Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reading the Red this Wednesday morning. And it's a little bit warmer today and not so drizzly in the air. Maybe we'll have some sunshine. Mark chapter 10 and verse 6. But from the beginning of creation, God created them, male and female. And Jesus says this because he had just said that the hardness of heart drove Moses to introduce the option of getting divorce. This idea of being able to send a certificate to divorce your wife or divorce your husband. And Jesus here says this, but, so in contrast to what Moses gave by way of a law, Jesus is saying, but, meaning there's something else I need to say. And it emphasizes a reinforcement of what God's true intention had been from the very beginning. It says, but, and then verse 6, it says, from the beginning. So at the very start of humanity, from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. So God created for a representation of the human race, male and female. He first made man, and then woman came out of man, and he created man and woman as two units, two individual representations of humanity. One was male and one was female. He created them. And he says in the reality of this context of marriage, he says that in the beginning, God used these two individuals and to represent two sides of humanity. One was male and one was female. Now, the reality of a man and a woman, as far as the Bible is concerned, could not be any clearer. And yet we live in a day when the uncertainty of sexual gender is just completely confused within the minds and hearts of human beings. And the enemy has somehow introduced an alternative perspective as it relates to who we are. And we can share our identity and our gender in different facets now, and it's perfectly acceptable in society. But it does not reflect the biblical perspective that God has. And here in Jesus, when he says, yes, it's true that Moses did introduce the idea of option to send a certificate of divorce. But in the beginning of time, this was not the case. In the beginning of time, there was male and there was female. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.